Everyone's saying that this is the toughest Strictly ever. The standard is very, very high. So I think I need to raise my game. The thing about the rumba is it's supposed to be very romantic and our faces have to be very close together and we're supposed to be staring into each other's eyes.
That was absolutely fabulous.
It was so romantic. I was genuinely touched by it. I think you were born to dance.
Pamela, what you did is what very few people manage to do, and I always ask, you actually sang with your body. 8, 9.
Please welcome Pamela and James. You have I think we should have all serious faces because, Pamela, you've got a confession to
I've got
make.
a terrible, terrible, terrible confession. I feel like on Saturday night I was in the principal's office and it was like, which one of you did that? And I didn't own up. And the fact is that the spin at the end that Len gave us so much stick for was something that I pushed for.
Yes.
James has got far too much taste to put something like that in the end, but because I'm not very confident, I thought I needed something with a bit of pizzazz at the end.
Yes.
So now
So, James, what were you saying? No, just, I mean, your rumba was beautiful. Were you saying, let's just leave it as is?
Yes.
I mean, we'd worked on lots of different ideas before we started choreographing it, and that was one of the ideas. But then when I actually put the structure of the rumba together, I said, it doesn't need it.
Yeah.
I said, I like the simplicity of it. And Pamela said, well, everyone else is doing all these trick steps. Can't we do it as well? And I said, no. And then Pamela pushed and pushed, and in the end I gave in and said, OK. And then when Len said it on Saturday night, I just
Because you know they're going to talk about it all week.
across
I know.
to Pamela and just kind of gave her a little smile.
Well, the thing is that also...
You know he's going to be unbearable all week.
But that's it. I am not allowed to call him James now. I have to call him the all-knowing, all-seeing rumba god. So every time I mention his name, it's the all-seeing, all-knowing rumba god. There is just no way around it. But it's also being an old bird, as he now refers to me. At least it's not old bad.
I only said that once.
OK. Just
You won't let me say it again,
that kind of thing at all.
Yeah, I sort of, have this thing about, well, I have to show that I'm athletic and things like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm terribly sorry to the world for not confessing at the time. But you see, what happened was that Craig jumped in and said, well, it was showbiz, and you're sort of saying that I didn't want to get in between him and Len, so I kept my mouth shut. But
No,
really,
this
I
is
should
a
have
show
put
for
my hand up
confessions.
at the time.
Let me say, you have 5 children, 2 grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
What do they think? Can they believe that's Grandma? I can't believe Grandma. You look 12, but what do they think of it?
Well, first of all, my grandchildren, who are 9 and 5, they don't call me Grandma, they call me Goddy, which is short for goddess. And I established this very early on because
Yes,
So
call
they're
me
sitting-
God. I'm the one with the sweets and stickers. Yeah.
So Goddy is my grandson. Apparently, he is not terribly happy with the boobs and the short skirts and things, and he sort of looks through, clenched fists. My granddaughter loves it and doesn't sit down the whole thing, but. You know who I've got the most problem with is my youngest, who's 22, who's in America, and she watches it, on the media, and she actually found the rumba just way too much. Just it's a very sensual dance.
Though, wasn't it? It was nice and sensual.
It was very beautiful. They said you were
sensual.
singing with your body. I don't even know
what
that means.
And then, as Len said, then I grabbed your leg and threw you on the floor.
Let's look ahead. But that's adorable. No, and children are allowed to be.
But they do, and there's this sense that if you're a mother or if you're over a certain age, that you can't let yourself be sexy and certainly not be close to a man who's not you're not married to.
Very briefly, because we're running out of time, the tango. I can't wait for your tango. Are you enjoying it?
I am, and James, the all-seeing, all-knowing rumba god, has choreographed something fabulous, and I am being remarkably meek.
Yes.
And I'm not saying a word.
Very
Really?
obedient. Just occasionally you have to go like that.
Who was I training with today, then? I'd love to know.
Somebody whose ribs you hurt.
Oh, be nice. Guys, good luck. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. Pamela and James.
Thank you.